Hello guys! Worlds is over, which gave us many cool moments and emotions. Everyone is talking about players, their stories, champions that were played, how OP or bad they are. Some people even talk about drafts and analyzing them, but no one actually talking about items and optimizations that could potentially turn the game upside down. Why this player wants certain item? Is it actually good? If not, what would be a better choice? Such questions made me realize that sometimes even pro players don't know what to build for their champions. Yes, sadly, there were a lot of suboptimal item choices at this Worlds, and I will show it to you. Let's start it! First of all, how can we distinguish good item from bad item? We could check their cost efficiency, but it would be very misleading, especially with certain stats like movement speed and ability haste. For example, one ability haste costs 50 gold, which is too much if you think about it. Also, passives can be very important for certain items, especially if you talk about supportive ones, so it's hard to look at each item without any context. Instead, we should check win rates for certain items on a certain champion. Let's look at Jinx. She wasn't picked much during service and playoff stages, so she will be the best example. Looking at 1418 Jinx stats, we can see that Kraken was the worst first item out of any of them. Infinity Edge was the best, followed by Static and Collector. So, in cases where you had 1.3k gold on your recall, you should have went EE in all cases. If you didn't have that much gold, your choice would be Static, not Kraken. In 4 out of 5 games, Jinx at Worlds played with EE first, and she looked really powerful. Sadly, we didn't see her that much, but we had one game where a player went Kraken first instead of EE. He lost this game. You will ask me, why we should care about soloq stats if we talk about pro play? It's simple, because it's still League of Legends with same rules and mechanics. If item is working in soloq, it will work in pro play as well. Yeah, we have to account for having more tanks and bruises with high armor in general, so some lethality options won't be that good. That's why Collector for ADC is almost never working in pro play. Let's look at Caitlyn for example. She was played 4 times at this Worlds, and in all games her first item was Collector. If we look at 1418 stats, we will see that EE is winning 2.3% more on average, while costs only 200 gold more. So, Collector wasn't good even in soloq, where players tend to play squishy champions without too much armor. Now imagine pro play with tabis and armor items every game. Of course, Collector won't be good for Caitlyn in such case, it should be EE instead. Yet, we saw Caitlyn at the Worlds Finals, where she went Collector first into Scan, rel with full AD composition. Then she tried to get armor pen third. But if you need armor pen third, why are you playing Collector first? I'm not saying that these players are bad or anything like that. They're insanely great, but itemization-wise, they are not the best. Let's look at the most common itemization mistake at the Worlds. Almost every tank support played Celestial Opposition. This item's passive looks strong, and effect looks cool and meaningful, like when your shield is exploding, slowing everyone, and no, it is not good. Right now you can see 1418 stats for Nautilus, Rel, Leona and Braum. As you can see, Celestial Opposition is the most popular item for them, yet it is winning lesser than other support items. As support, you don't have enough gold to get more resist and therefore survive longer. Your goal is to engage and maximize uptime and damage for your team. You don't need self-defense, and the shield from this item can be procced by any spell. It is a very unreliable option that can give you 0 value in some fights. Blood Song, on the other hand, will always give something to your team. You will always be able to proc it in the fight, so why it is not popular? I personally don't know, maybe you can explain to me in comments. I guess it doesn't have cool effect, which makes it look weaker than it actually is. It's still better than Celestial Opposition, so you can play with it even now. Okay, let's talk about the main itemization mistake in this video. You know when Judo almost beat BLG and it was so close. There were a lot of suboptimal item choices, like Misfortune BT, Luden's Ariana, Hexblade Nocturne, but we can talk about them in second part, if you will actually like this video. Instead, I will focus on one champion, and the name of it is Kalista. You could see her many times throughout worlds, yet no one tried to optimize her correctly. For example, after 14-16, where Riot nerfed Botok, it wasn't good for Kalista. Rage Blade first looked better in each patch on average, which you can see right now on your screen. Blade of the Ruined King was good in certain games where it was played versus high HP drafts. It was also good in G2 BLG third game. What wasn't so good is Runaan, or rather the lack of it. If you look at the second item choice, we will see that Runaan had kinda the same win rate as Rage Blade, while its cost was a lot lower. It doesn't mean that it's always good, but in games where enemy team has 3 or 4 melees, it will be better all the time. And yeah, it was exactly this case. Kalista was playing versus 4 melee champions who wanna try to get on top of her. She needs Runaan this game. She could buy it instead of Rage Blade, get Rage Blade with Terminus later on, and don't buy Witsend at all. Witsend gives neither better damage nor better survivability, so this item is almost never good for Kalista. Yet she didn't have Runaan and could hit only one person in fights. It could be game-deciding decision to not buy Runaan this game. Just one item could turn the game and the series upside down. Just one item. That's why it's very important to buy right items and make a research for your champions. I made this video not because I wanna hate someone or I'm not satisfied with results. I just want players, not only pros, to build right items, optimize your champions and play better League of Legends. If you wanna follow me on this goal, make sure to press like and the subscribe button. Also, if you wanna discuss some topic, my comment section is always open to you. Thank you for watching it and see you in the next video. Bye!